Alright guys, we are here with Northlane. What is up guys?
Yo,
What? We're chilling. Yeah. How has India been treating you guys so far?
it's been great. Yeah, it's been such like different to touring anywhere else in the world. It's quite a culture shock for us, I think. But the shows have been great. The food's been great. It's a pretty good time.
Yeah, the food's been phenomenal. Yeah, it's been my highlight for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and also the audience is like, there's people who are just like, you guys are so fucking happy to see us and like them step up and
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying like they've followed us for 10, 15 years, and for us to be here is like crazy for that. So
Yeah.
that's special. It's nice.
We're really happy to have you guys.
Yeah,
I know a lot of the fans who were waiting. So I know Marcus and I were chatting, and people were like, "What took you guys so long?" And
Yes, that's
so the excitement is
finally made it.
yeah. I want to dig into that culture shock a little bit. I know we were chatting before you guys kind of came down.
Yeah.
And tell me like some of the wackiest things that you've seen in India.
I guess first thing that comes to mind is just driving on the roads. It's just so crazy. Yeah, like
it was lawless.
yeah,
No rules.
It's crazy, right?
It is. It's crazy. I don't know how. I'm shocked that we didn't see anyone like crash or anything.
Get like crazy road rage.
No, everyone seems to be very comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like organized chaos.
Yeah, oh my god, that's literally what I kind of, look at it like that. Yeah, that's so true.
It's crazy to see, and yeah, it seems to be there's no rules yet. Everyone's safe. Even though there's like whole families on bikes.
Yeah, did you guys see that? Like, there's like a bus full of people on a bike.
It's crazy, and like no one's worried. You would not see that in Australia.
and like just random cows.
Yeah. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Like out near the airport in Delhi, was just like a cow just chilling on the freeway.
so
Well, I was just driving
And
around.
for everybody, it's just like, yeah, you just go around.
A cow, man.
Yeah, totally on.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's funny because it's like so different, but I feel like people are just the same everywhere. Like,
Yeah, you're
everyone has a good heart,
Yeah.
and everyone, means well, and we just come from different parts of the world that are so different. But it's cool that like music can bring all these different cultures together, right?
That's really true.
And it's like a common language almost.
Yeah. It's kind of like there's like a cultural contrast going on, so to speak. Like there's like a whole host of people who are growing up in a certain way, consuming different things, and then there's like the metalheads in Bangalore who are and in every other city. So it's quite a vibrant little spot.
yeah.
And which city has been so far the best? I'm sure it's going to be Bangalore after they play tonight, but so far between Bombay and Delhi.
Yeah, well, it's
I guess they were like kind of different.
very different.
Like Delhi, I feel like the crowd was singing so loud.
Yeah.
It was it was a slightly smaller show than the Mumbai one, but everyone was just like there was moments in the set where I like lost where I was in the song because they was like yelling so loud.
That's never happened before.
Yeah.
Everywhere I'm out.
But Mumbai was cool as well. Just that experience of it was like we're in like a big mall playing in the middle of a shopping center, which is in my mind just it would never happen anywhere else in the world for our kind of music.
Yeah. That's very true.
And there's a lot of people there. It was they were both really cool for
yeah,
We went bowling that day. It was just like a bowling alley. Where else in the world?
Like,
We were like hanging out, bowling, and one of the guys that worked there came up and he's like, "Oh, do you want to request this song?" So someone in the group, as a joke, was like, "Make them play Bleed by Meshuggah." And they actually did. And there's all the kids and the families just looking around like, what the heck?
it's pretty much.
And they were playing it so loud. Yeah, they played the entire song as well.
crazy.
It just went for way too long. I was like 30 seconds of this might have been funny.
So this little also.
No, it's just getting weird. But yeah, that was a good day.
But yeah. So I know everybody is a bit of a gamer in the band, right? Do you guys play any multiplayer games, or is there anything that you guys have been hashing it out with, like Tekken or something nowadays?
Maybe.
Yeah, I play like a lot of. I think I've mentioned it already, like Marvel Rivals and Fortnite every now and then. Got this little Game Boy thing actually that I was playing when you came in. That's like all like classic like Game Boy.
That's one of those things on Instagram which has got like all the games.
Everything on it.
Dude, that's so fun.
So we're playing like just lots of different stuff on that.
Nice.
What do you?
John and I play Path of Exile,
Oh, nice. Okay.
which is incredibly addictive. Anyway, I've like been playing that exclusively for
Wow.
a long time.
Damn. Okay.
Months and months and months. But I also have one of those like Game Boy emulators.
Yeah.
So.
Just to get some.
Yeah. Nick and I will play a bit of Cricket 24 every now.
Damn, I haven't played. I didn't know those games still existed, right?
Oh yeah, they're kind of glitchy and a bit buggy, but they're more fun for it.
Yeah. Because you can like find a bug and just like go ham on it.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's some funny moments in that game. They both kind of make it.
Yeah.
So time where like the fielders just stop running, if the batsman can just keep on running his wickets. It's be good.
Yeah.
So your live shows have become a bit of a legend, I think, nowadays. Everybody seems to be enjoying them quite a bit. And with the live at the Roundhouse being, regarded as one of the best live, like energy-wise and something that you could witness in a metal performance, where do you guys draw the inspiration for just like having this insane party during your live shows? Are you guys looking at some other acts, or how do you guys kind of construct that?
I don't know. I think when the band started, was very hardcore sort of setting. I think early days Northlane was much more in like sort of swayed towards the hardcore sort of shows a little bit more. Lots of people moshing and fire dancing and stuff. And then I think as the band grew, I think that's a big core of the band. I think our crowd changed a lot as our sound changed as well. But I don't know. I think we like to just get into it and get in the zone. I feel like it's sort of like a reciprocal thing, and once we're doing, we're like lost the moment. Then I feel like the crowd gets into it as well, and then and that just is reciprocal. Like it just sort of we feed off it, they feed off it, and it kind of gets so it just snowballs sometimes, and the show gets crazier and crazier as you go. But now that we have a lot of more like dance sort of elements to the songs, I think it encourages a whole other element to the live show, which is probably more the party sort of experience, so.
I saw like Prodigy not too long ago, and just like seeing Angie from a show like that, and like I love hardcore music as well, and like the energy of the shows. It's like a lot of my favorite acts are like very about just have crazy performances, and when we're playing and you can see stuff like getting out of hand, it's like kind of this awesome feeling. Know that people are like enjoying themselves that much.
It's already getting loose, right?
Yeah, and they're gonna like remember it,
That's nice.
It makes it more than just like the performance, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like as a kid, I went to metal shows and stuff. Loved getting into it, and it was very cathartic experience. I think was there, and it allows you to be, free in that moment for however long. Yeah, and I think that's special. That's a really special thing to sort of experience, both as someone in the crowd and performing. So I feel like knowing how that felt when I was younger, and being able to provide that for others, it's really cool. Yeah,
That's really beautiful.
yeah, that's great.
Thank you, boys, for doing that. Sharing that feeling with all of us today. So,
Hell yeah, my whatever. Outbound.
well, this is a fun one. So, in terms of like costumes and stage presence, nowadays I mean, there's a lot of different ways to take your act. It's a very kind of subjective thing. I think this is just my interpretation, but you guys have always kind of maintained that the costume side of it is just the visual aspect. You've always said that let the music do the talking, kind of. That's what I feel. What do you guys think about other acts that kind of are doing this costume thing, like the sleep token? Obviously, that's a vibe that they are carrying ahead. And more recently with the band President, I think they got really into it with that whole mystery announcement and like who the vocalist was and stuff. So, how do you guys feel? Like, do you fuck with that music, or what is your take on that?
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's like an interesting. I think that's, if anything, taking it more even further to let just the music do the talking. I mean, there is obviously a spectacle of like what's going on behind the mask somewhat, but when there is something less to kind of try and attach yourself to, I think it makes the music speak louder. Yeah.
Like when we were younger, like the band that did that was Slipknot, and at the time, no one knew what they actually looked like, because like until
Volume 3.
Volume 3, like none of us actually knew what Slipknot looked like.
That's
So like
down.
it's and then even before that, like when Kiss was dressing up,
Yeah.
So like it's been a thing across like different genres too. Like it's the basis for like basically what every black metal band looks like is like a costume identity. So I think it's cool to see people's creativity come out visually in a way that matches the other parts of their art.
I feel as well like we've never obviously quite stepped that far into it, but I do feel like when we've got like a certain theme to how we dress, and when we do that, you feel like you're kind of stepping into a character almost as well, that when you're playing is someone different to you are before you walk on stage.
So cool.
I definitely feel like once I've got my stage clothes on, I'm like, all right, now I'm doing the front man or whatever. We're going out to give them a show. So I think I'm sure for those kind of bands as well, it means they could just fully lead into something different than who they might be off stage as well. So I think it's cool.
Yeah, that's a really interesting perspective, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another way to just sort of express the music visually as well. I think but yeah, the second what Marcus said, I think it's allows you to do things that you might not have done just in your normal civilian clothes. I don't know. It helps you go in shorts. Yeah. Totally. It helps you, get a bit weirder and take it to another level, because it separates you from your identity a little bit more, and you lean further into what
The art is.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for Nick. I think this was the Obsidian movie, like the 4-part thing. You were mentioning that, so because you guys have created like the sound which has electronic elements, and you're also playing percussions with that. I found it very cool that you said that, in an acoustic setting, and primarily just like a rock band, say, without any electronic kicks or anything like that.
Yeah.
You're kind of grooving with the beat, and as opposed to when things are kind of on grid, the phrase I think you used was to play catch up with the music. That kind of feeling, which
Yeah.
that was very fascinating to me, and I just wanted to hear your take on combining the two, because it was very fascinating to see that kind of like space where they're both meeting, and because you guys are able to do it in a way that feels so organic. Just something that the nerd in me wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah, I think, well, from a drumming perspective, like playing the more electronic style of drums is definitely different to metal. And it's definitely something that I didn't grow up playing at all. So as I had to get used to sort of playing those styles. And yeah, I think you end up having to adjust to those sort of songs. Like you have to push the beat a little bit more, whereas for the heavier songs I might be sitting slightly behind. It makes it feel a little bit, it's like dragging a little heavier. It's very subtle, but I think to make the electronic dance songs more effective, you have to be pushing a little bit further. So that's more of like a headspace that I try and get in for those songs when we're playing them live. We do use like triggers on the drums, mainly for like gating the sound of the drums, because my cymbals are so low. There's always a lot of bleed into the mics. But for songs, for the dance songs, we will use like an electronic kick sample to like give it that EDM vibe, you know.
Very cool.
Because
And you route that through the kick that you're playing, so the pedal.
yeah, I have a trigger on the kick and a trigger on the snare as well. The snare will also be treated for songs like echo chamber and stuff. Because that is it's very different to the acoustic sound.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
When you can, especially kick drum, I think makes a huge difference when you actually have that EDM sort of oomph to it. And having that live, it's totally possible now, you know, so why not incorporate that as well? On top of like changing the feel of the drums, making the sound also follow that sort of perspective, I think is really important, you see.
Have you found particular sounds on the drum kit that that you would think gel better with an electronic sound that you introduce?
I guess. Yeah, definitely. But it's hard to, like, my kit is a very metal. Like, it's very metal drum kit. The tunings I go for is very metal. The cymbals choices is all very metal. But there's things that you can do. Like some tours I've used, like sort of jingly, percussive, like tambourine things that I put on hi-hats. So when I'm playing, because there was, earlier tours a couple of years ago, probably playing a couple more of these songs.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time I'm sitting on the closed hats, but the closed hats aren't really exactly what like an electronic hat would be. There's a little bit more going on, so you can try and replicate that by
Very cool,
with the addition of other sort of percussive elements. So you can get creative and change the snare drum tones really easily with like this thing's called these big snare rings put on top of the snares. Yeah, you just whack that on. It's really easy to change.
I think there's some weight onto the snare to
it's really cool. I've done that a number of times as well, to sort of manipulate the snare from being I usually crank my snare, so
there's kind of like blending that acoustic sound to get like the best kind of, so that it can talk to the electronics
exactly
without sounding like it's in a different room or something.
Yeah, exactly. And to be able to do it really quickly in between songs.
Oh damn,
is super important.
Because it's such a subtle fix that even if you're off a little bit with certain things, it could change the sound, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So
It turns.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I wanted to incorporate that because that's something that I'd never done before in the past. I never even thought about doing. So
that's awesome. I'm sure it's going to be very helpful for a lot of drummers out there who are maybe experimenting with a electronic sound now.
Yeah. Well, I think if you incorporate triggers and stuff and different sort of electronic sounds on top of these other percussive elements, you can change the sound of your drum kit really quickly. So it allows you to be way more versatile, I think.
And never thought about using an electric kit? Or did you try that out? Or?
I wouldn't. No, I have an electric kit.
Yeah.
But there's no way I would use one live. I'd use like elements of it, maybe pads, just to trigger samples and stuff. But no, I'd always use an acoustic kit, especially when you have the triggers. Essentially, you can add into an electric kit anyway. Essentially, so I think the acoustic kit will always look better than an electric kit.
Feels better too.
You feel the sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Much better. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Nick.
That's right. My pleasure.
Next one is for Josh. what's it been like to be part of managing the band as well?
Very stressful.
Yeah. Do the boys trouble you a lot?
No. Yeah, so I guess like I actually never wanted to manage bands.
Yeah. When did it start? I think it was years
So
ago.
I managed Northlane
Yeah.
technically when we were unsigned,
Oh wow.
like years ago.
Yeah.
And then like before we've been when we started writing Alien, things weren't really working out with the team we were with, and I in the interim managed the band, but it was only meant to be short term. And then I was like thinking, you know what, I don't trust anyone more than myself to
Yeah. That must be nice, right? Because
so I'll keep doing it purely because I don't want anyone else to.
right. Yeah. Probably nobody else would be able to do it with the same kind of heart and intensity.
Yeah,
You do, I'm sure.
and then things kind of spiraled from there because I had friends in other bands
Yeah.
that were like, basically full-time bands as well. Wanted me to start working with them, and that was a huge leap from me just doing Northlane. But just doing Northlane alone for me was actually really difficult because I didn't have much industry leverage or like contacts, and I didn't have a team working for me like I do now. So it was like I took that step, setting up my management company with my business partner, and then
Open door management.
and then COVID happened, and post-COVID I built a team of people that are working toward bands now,
That's it.
which actually makes my life a lot less stressful in some ways because I have people that I can rely on to do things when I'm traveling and do. It's just good to have such a group of people working on it. But it's cool like playing in the band because the actual performing and stuff is like my little holiday that I get. Then like the payoff, I really see the reward for the work in that respect.
That's so cool, man.
And and also I think like living the experience dictates a lot of decisions that I make too.
Yeah.
That's true. And for other artists as well, because I can understand what it's like for them.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I love doing it now. I didn't always, but I can't see myself not doing it.
Well, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I think you told us enough about the management bit, but like, okay, if I had to put you on the spot, what would be your favorite part about managing the band?
My favorite part about managing the band is that I'm a control freak, so everything gets done the way I want it to.
That's nice. And what's your least favorite bit?
The stress, because I'm responsible for the livelihoods of a lot of people. So if I screw up, then everybody will be like,
Joshy, you do that. We got all of them after.
and it's like, if I get something wrong, it's like affects people's lives considerably, And sometimes I have to break bad news to people. It's really
Oh, that must be a really tough part of the job, right? That must be really tough.
But it's cool that I got to make a career out of music.
Yeah, honestly, man. And you've raised a bunch of good bands along the way.
Yeah.
And just Northlane, I mean, you've been part of, I'm sure this move to management would have kind of given you guys a certain leg up in a certain way.
Yeah.
And then doing that for other bands as well in your scene
It's
that's awesome.
super rewarding.
Yeah.
Well, we trust Josh.
Yeah.
Do the right thing because if he fucks it, he also fucks it for himself.
That's like a win-win that point. No other band has, you know.
Yeah,
It's like it's
exactly.
crazy. You know?
Yeah. So
Interestingly enough, the guys that worked for me were in bands too. So like,
Oh, dude, that is.
get it.
Everybody like, kind of understands what.
My business partner comes from the industry side, so he's been really cool, like mentor me and kind of calm me down a bit. Because I used to get really angry.
Yeah, because you get passionate about it, right? Like, yeah. No, I get that. Even the sinusoidal music represent. We just got Sean, so merchandise. All of us are also musicians in our like own right in our own pockets. Amog is also a guitarist. I also do a few things. So it's just nice. Like I mean, I don't know. Another journalist could have done this, but I'm probably a lot more grateful just sitting here and having this chat with you guys. So it helps to have somebody who understands, you know, what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think especially for the management side of things,
Yeah.
have some or a group of people who understand that world and what it takes to do the things that you have to do in that world, then
You can be a lot more.
it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
You can trust them, and they can they care more because they know
They know what they're putting you through.
what has to what has to be done, and so it makes a big difference.
So yeah, more people.
There's a lot more trust, I think,
Yeah.
in that regards.
Yeah. Get on to the musicians. Continue managing. That's all of us.
Oh darn.
Josh, just hear the flip side of this.
Well, you know what's crazy though is like, so I feel like I have a really analytical brain, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I can't do what, like, out of everyone, I can't do what John does.
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to write music like that.
Okay.
Marcus as well.
Yeah.
Like the way those two guys' brains work is different to mine.
Damn.
And I can't concentrate on stuff like Nick can either.
Damn.
But what I can do is like what I do.
Yeah, like coordinate and make things happen.
And I don't think
Yeah.
like I don't see myself as a pure creative in that respect. And I think to be a brilliant musician, you have to be a pure creative. So I think managers need musicians, obviously, because if you're running a business, you need to have someone to manage, right? But then in the opposite respects, like people that have purely creative brains don't have the same skill sets that are required for management.
I'd be useless.
He with that really nice.
What he's saying is book. I'd be so useless at doing anything that Josh does. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Yeah, sure, it'll be tricky, but I feel like your heart is in a certain place, and that's what the difference is, because your heart's in the music, and that's the reason why you're even saying that.
Yeah,
You're not-
No, absolutely.
Because imagine somebody who's just like a business person, right? They wouldn't, first of all, you guys wouldn't have so much fun working with that person. It wouldn't make sense. I think if you're standing on the side of music, saying that I want to create music, then I kind of resonate with exactly what you're saying.
Well, you can't. I think what you're alluding to is like people get into it for the wrong reason.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
I got into it out of necessity,
Okay.
and then because I didn't want someone else that was in it for the wrong reasons to come screw it up.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it. Not because,
Whereas it was like a passion-driven thing in the beginning. At least not in the beginning. Now
because it
kind
was
of-
never about like me making money.
Right.
Like I never cared about it from a financial perspective. It kind of allowed me to just try and be as best as I could at it instead of worrying about taking the income out of musicians' pockets,
Yeah.
which I think some people are more motivated by.
That's true. Marcus,
Yo.
we've chatted a bunch, but there were a few other things that I wanted to know. What's a perfect day in your life?
My perfect day would probably be pretty boring.
Those the restful ones where it's the most mundane stuff.
Yeah, wake up in my bed. It's 9, 10 maybe.
Yeah.
Walk the dog, go living,
Oh yeah.
play PlayStation,
That sounds like a beautiful.
play some drums for a bit, hang out with my partner.
That sounds lovely.
Pretty boring stuff, really, in the grand scheme. Just like I'm a very simple guy in terms of yeah. Especially with all the touring and stuff we do. Like when I've got a day to myself, I would rather just be chilling than going and doing anything too crazy at it.
Yeah. Would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert, if you had to say?
I'd say I probably lean more introvert. I think once I get to know people and the place I'm going or whatever I'm doing, I'm like, I can be more extroverted to an extent, but overall, I think I'm pretty introverted.
I'm surprised that your perfect day didn't mention anything about you eating burgers.
Yeah.
We're trying to eat longer. I mean,
You're good tonight. Josh is just like.
Yeah, I am trying to eat less burgers. And I feel like ever since I've been climbing, I've been like getting more fit, and I try to like not eat as much crap. But sometimes it's hard to not eat crap for me. I do like
Your junk food, yeah.
I do like junk.
Damn. And was that recent when you started climbing, or?
Yeah, like start of the year, kind of realized are you to it. Yeah, went with my partner a few times, and then the rental shoes just weren't cutting it anymore. So I got my own proper shoes, and then since then I've been going like when I'm at home, like 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a week.
Oh, that's fun. I don't know. Australia has good places to boulder and climb.
Yeah, there's lots of climbing gyms there, especially in Melbourne. There's
Right.
around me. There's like 8 of them. Like
What about like outdoor stuff? Like, do you guys do like bouldering? Or?
I haven't done any outdoor climbing. I probably want to at some point, but I like the kind of just going to the gym for like a couple of hours and then just doing a few little short runs, you know. I'm not like crazy good either. I feel like you're doing the outdoor bouldering stuff, you need to be at like a certain level. So maybe someday.
Yeah, but it's also pretty cool stuff. We got those. I think they're called diners.
Yeah.
Dynamic hook. Yeah, so they jump and they grab it all. Yeah. Marcus is like leaping and he's like, it's like, damn, that's pretty cool. He's been doing it for a few years.
I do love a diner.
Most favorite song to play live and also your least favorite song to play live.
That kind of changes all the time. I think Bloodline for me is one that is consistently one like I enjoy playing. Like it feels like it's in a good comfort zone for me in terms of what I'm doing in that song, but it's also just how the crowd reacts to it as well. I feel like it's one of the songs that kind of no matter where we go, it gets like a really good reaction.
Yeah.
Least favorite song, probably Clarity, and not for the fact that I don't like playing it, but just where it is in the set right now. It's like 45 minutes, 50 minutes in after with like a couple of songs before it with no gaps. So it's just like, and it's got a lot of screaming, like a lot of fast screaming in it. So it's a difficult one as the set goes on, but I don't dislike playing it. It's just it's a tough one.
It's just a tough one. Yeah. I thought of something fun that we can all do together. That's why I've got these notepads. Okay. So I wanted to ask you guys just a bunch of questions, and we can all answer them together. So you can write your answers down, and afterwards we'll all just kind of see what everybody got. So these are just you could probably set it down there. First one, what is your go-to comfort song like in the last couple of weeks or the most recent one? Yeah, just write it down. Don't tell us. Yeah.
Do you want a big or we'll just read it? What's put down?
I think we just read it on the one, so that'll be easy here. What is your favorite moment as a band? It could just be like a flashback to a certain time, seeing a show. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything. Right?
there's so many moments. Yeah, it's the easy one. Mary.
Yeah. That's so cool to see that. Like Josh just had one like on the top of his head.
Jeez, nothing comes to mind.
He's like, really? We've just been having so much fun, man. Everything is just like.
It's not even that. No, there's been good moments. My favorite moment is hard to distinguish.
Yeah, maybe like just one of your favorites. You know, if you can't think of just the one, like of top 5 kind of.
I really don't know. Because, like, I don't know, there's so many cool moments. One doesn't stick out above the rest for me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right, let's go to the next one. What was your most challenging moment on stage, like during a live show?
Oh, like ever?
Yeah.
Oh man. See, that's tough because there's been a lot.
I'm scared.
Yeah, whatever comes to your mind first. It doesn't have to be like the absolute one above. All right, next one is we're in a parallel dimension, and what genre is Northlane playing?
What genre are we playing?
Yeah,
In another dimension.
in a parallel dimension. Yeah.
That seems like chemical.
I'm very curious to know what you guys say about this one. If you could have anybody for a feature, like a collaboration, this could be dead or alive, anybody, any artist ever. Who are you inviting on board or reviving from the dead to?
Damn. Do I take this seriously or not seriously?
I've gone about by it.
All right. Favorite thing about India? This could be something which was funny, which you guys found very strange, or just, anime. Have you guys seen the Big Les show?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Oh, fuck yes. Favorite Big Les show character, please.
Was there any of the...
What's the tree's name?
Mike Nolan.
Yeah, mine. Oh, yeah.
This was just like a personal one. I was
I
like,
can't believe the Big Les show has infiltrated India.
dude, that's like my single favorite thing from Australia.
Yeah. That's true Australian culture.
I don't know why. I think I saw it like 5 years ago. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing there, but that looks like heaps of fun.
Pretty spot on.
What's the name? The guy,
The Sasquatch.
the Sasquatch.
Sassy.
Oh,
Sassy the Sasquatch.
You know more than we do.
Mate, like, what's the kid's name?
It's the Quentin.
Quentin. Are we changing my answer?
Oh, I don't know, Dad.
What?
What the fuck about? Get the fuck out. All right, that was the last one. So let's all compare notes. Let's see our answers.
Okay.
The first one was your go-to comfort song these days.
I'll start.
Yeah.
I wrote Bill Murray Empty-Handed. But I feel like Bill Murray, that last album is just... I don't know, it's just such good vibes.
Yeah? I actually did feel
Like it is. Just chuck that on any time and just enjoy it.
that's okay.
I'm not gonna see.
Josh, what have you got?
Opus Deliverance.
Oh, nice. That's a good.
I've been listening to all kinds of different stuff,
Yeah.
but I saw them a few times over the summer.
Nice.
So I was at the festivals and I started just listening to their catalog a lot again.
Kind of just came back on your.
Yeah.
Nice.
I find it like really depressing music, but it's like, I was listening to that record today and it was like super comforting. But on the way here, it's interesting because it's like very much progressive music, but it's not like any other prog.
Yeah.
Like,
Nothing else can do that.
yeah.
What have you got?
I took it quite literally because I've been listening to this when I fall asleep on the plane. And it's really effective. I put this first song off the latest Calandra record, which is called If I Am.
Oh, that.
And I literally fall asleep with the first song.
Dude, that's awesome. Like snooze song.
Literally, sleep.
Yeah, physically like relaxing.
It relaxes the nerves.
The next one was, what was your favorite moment as a band? I think.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a similar boat to Nick with this, so many. I can't really think, but I just picked a more recent one. And we got to play with Slipknot in New Zealand recently.
Yeah.
And for me, that's like one of the big kind of inspirations for metal music, and to be over there playing like in an arena, but also to be there just like to see that show as well. And I don't know, it was just like it was a cool vibe as well, because you kind of think when you play a show supporting a band that big that the crowd's not going to care, but the crowd was super into it the whole time. It was just kind of cool to be able to do that. With a band like that.
Yeah. My favorite moment was when we found Marcus.
Oh damn, that is so nice. She was so sweet.
This is easy answer.
Damn, dude, that is so wholesome.
Yeah, well, I already told you guys, but after COVID, we played these festivals in Australia called Full Tills,
Yeah.
and that was an amazing feeling because throughout COVID, felt incredibly lost and directionless, and that was like being very reinforcing for my soul to experience that. So yeah. But there's many moments. That feeling came to mind.
Yeah. Most challenging moment on stage.
I feel like I might have a similar answer for this. Yeah, just because at the end of our last Euro tour, we had a couple of shows where like we had issues with our tracks and our click tracks playing in our ears. It was like the tracks were actually playing, but the click wasn't coming through the system. And we played through like a entire song, no click, but with tracks playing in the background. But somehow we managed to like get through. I'm sure we kind of slipped in.
You're at a human metronome sauce.
Well, we're a couple of beats off by the end, but Marcus, it's like just rounded up.
There was a big gap where like there's just like a beat playing over the tracks where no one else is playing. And I managed to find wherever we were meant to be on that by the end of it. But yeah, then after that it was like trying to figure out what was going on, being in front of like a crowd of like 30,000 people. trying to like talk to them for like it was in Spain as well, so trying to talk to them and keep them entertained for like 5 minutes while we weren't playing a song.
Trying to use everything.
Is trying to keep it cool, like
Oh, there was a point where I was definitely on stage. I'm like, any minute now. Yeah.
I remember being on tour in Australia, and it was not long after touring had resumed after the pandemic happened. And I definitely caught COVID on that tour.
Oh man.
And I didn't know it at the time, so I was so fucking unwell when we played in Sydney, and like so ill. And went out, played, felt like I was gonna collapse till the end of that show. And then I was like, that whole night I was just like sitting on the floor of the shower in my hotel room with it on like full blast heat, just like shivering. And then like did all these tests, because like back then everyone, like I feel like now if you have COVID it's like less of a big deal.
Yeah,
I got
definitely.
really sick from it, and
That
like
is scary too, right? Because
yeah,
everyone's gonna like come
I don't
to.
want to give it to you because
Yeah.
but then all the tests were negative, so I was like, fuck it, we'll ball. But that was raw.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, mine's the show after what Marcus going about.
Yeah.
Because, well, at that show in Resurrection Fest, I remember being behind the stage before the show started, and my in-ear pack was like cutting in and out, and I was kind of like looking around like, you guys, this is happening to you? Everyone's like, yeah, come on. I was like, okay, cool. Like, once we go on stage, should be good.
Yeah.
And it was, although the click tracks didn't happen. But the next show, same thing's happening. I'm behind, we played at a festival in the Netherlands called Gerard, and I was behind the stage, and my in-ears were cutting in and out.
Oh god.
And then, yeah, I remember saying, you know, is this happening at Joe people? And they're like, yeah. Like, cool, it'll be fine once I get on stage.
It's just like
Walked on stage, and they just didn't come back.
shit.
And I'm like, okay, cool. They'll come back any minute now. So I walk on stage, and I'm like looking around, thinking, okay, everyone else seems to be fine. And I tried to make it work, but I could not play in time.
Damn, dude.
John and Josh came up to me to try and like over exaggerate with it playing. And I'm like, fuck, come on here. You're going to find the drums. We had to stop. We had to fully stop. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, that would have been a little tricky. It's cringe.
We had to fly from Gerard. We had to we literally got there an hour before we played. Yeah, so it was that we'd run set up.
We had 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, and just one of the antennas from my pack wasn't fully seated in the plug.
God, just such a tiny little just
And the in is rough and because you have to like stand in front of the like paddles, like the line of sight for it to like
even properly. Yeah, okay. And there's no way it could have like.
So if you're behind the stage, almost every single time it'll be cutting in and out. So you, like, there's no way he could have known.
And the show before that was happening, and then it was fine. So I was like, "You'll be fine."
What a curveball!
Yeah,
what a curveball! It's like there's no way of knowing, but soldiered on through that, guys. Thanks for sharing.
Shameful moment.
Well, parallel dimension. That's next. Yeah. Sorry, we'll put it.
I said 2000s, 2010s emo / post-hardcore.
Oh, okay, mad. Like, okay, I get that. That's a huge influence for you.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter. Yeah, that's like the stuff I grew up listening to. And if we're in a parallel universe, so where would I be track and put in the EP? Yeah, I'd be happy with that. That's good stuff. I was listening to Drop Dead Gorgeous today. Oh wow, yeah, they're back.
Are they?
Yeah, Jesus, shout out. That's all happening.
We know. Oh, dimension.
I was gonna say like black metal, but then I was like, no, that's not far removed enough. So I went acoustic folk country.
You took it a step further.
Yeah, I was like, what is the complete opposite to what we do now? How would these songs, you know these videos you see people do online? It's like, what if this band was this genre?
Yeah.
I was like, in my head, I was like, what if Northlane is an acoustic country folk band?
No. I would like to see that. I hope somebody sees this and actually tries to recreate one of your tracks to do that.
Do it.
I probably don't.
I'd love to hear it. I'd also do the post-hardcore emo.
Yeah. You're gonna do all the genres that we have on the list today. So, Northlane Remix Challenge. I have no.
Yeah, look, mine's not too far removed. Let's be real, but I just thought like what I would love to have seen is if we were like an EDM club project in like Blade or The Matrix.
Damn,
in the scene.
Easy, yeah. Play, yeah, so cool. That's such a sick vibe, man. That's such a good idea, God damn.
That's what I want. One rave. Yeah, one rave.
Yes. For what's this for?
This was for having a collaborator. Anybody like Bruce.
Oh yeah. I said Hayley Williams, Paramore. Nice. Just because Jiggers boys.
Dude,
I want Paramore, and that would be cool too.
I would love to hear you and Hayley like singing together on the song. That would be awesome.
Me too.
Of course.
With Freddie Mercury.
Nice. I was gonna do that as well.
Damn. That's a big choice too.
I said Fred Durst.
Oh,
I mean, this ice.
Couple of
that would also be really cool. Yeah.
couple of Freds. Fred Durst and Freddie Mercury on the same track.
Holy shit. On the Northlane song.
On a Northlane song.
Woohoo! That was insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cheers, guys. Anything you'd like to say to the fans?
Thanks for waiting so long for us to come to India.
Yeah.
If you're at the show, hope you enjoy it. And yeah,
See you real soon.
see you soon.
Stay safe.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for the time.
Always be a pleasure.